This video will be a bit different from usual videos, seeing as this is not a rant, but for this video I just want to show you this photograph. And there's a story behind this photograph, and a story that I find interesting. And the story is, well, several years ago, there was a famous sports journalist, a racer-turned-journalist and photographer, called Esso Gunnarsson. He was quite famous in Sweden. And he was at a motorcycle race, walking around in the campground near the track where all the racers and their families lived. And, you know, he was walking around taking pictures, journalism stuff, whatever. But then he saw something that he found amusing. He saw a kid. As you can see on the picture. That one. But kids on the road, just kids aren't unusual or anything on the campground. Like, there were plenty of kids. But kids were usually either scared of the loud motorcycles or super ecstatic about the fact that they're motorcycles. But this kid on the picture fell into neither group. He sat on his own on the ground with a glass of juice and a cinnamon bun and just sat there in a world of his own. He stared into the ground as if some sort of deep thought of pondering the mysteries of life or something. But yeah, he saw that and he found it amusing, and he decided, I'm going to take a picture of that. And as he was about to do that, the kid's grandmother screwed up the picture by calling attention to the kid, so he stopped thinking about whatever he was thinking about, and instead looked at the camera. So the sports journalists were a little bummed about that, but he still took the picture, and the picture was used in a magazine. And he then also got a larger version of the picture, which he gave to the family of the kid. And, you know, I suspect my viewers are intelligent enough to understand why I have this photo. I am Esso Gunnarsson. No, not really. But that's me. Oops. There we go. That is tiny NerdyGuyRanting. Sitting on his ass, planting his ass on the ground, eating a cinnamon bun. Just not giving a fuck. I really like seeing this picture. I mean, my dad had it in his office for years, and then it ended up in storage, and recently it got back into my possession. But I really like it, partly because an actual famous sports journalist took this photo of me, tiny NerdyGuyRanting. This is like 1997, which would make me 3 years old, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm like 3 or 4 years old when this picture was taken. And, you know, I was a lot of races like this when I was a kid, because my grandfather used to race motorbikes. He didn't do it professionally or anything, it was just a hobby. But I was still on these races and watching them every year, like, for a long time. And, yeah, I mean, since I didn't have the interest to actually be interested in motorbikes, I weren't like my brother, who was one of the kids ecstatic that there were motorcycles around. But I also wasn't scared of motorcycles or loud noise because I was so fucking used to it. Which is why, that's why I ended up in the middle camp of not being interested in motorcycles and not being scared of the motorcycles. There's a motorcycle right next to me. I mean, when this picture was taken, there was a lot of commotion. Like, people running back and forth preparing for their next race. There was people revving up the engines from motorcycles, making sure they're working properly. And amongst all that noise, I was just sitting on my own, like, meh. And sometimes I wondered, like, what was I thinking about? Like, I was 3 years old. What was I thinking about? My biggest suspicion is that I was thinking something in the line of, this place sucks, I want to go home. I miss my toys. That's probably something I would have thought about. But, yeah, I recently got this picture. So, I can picture back. And it's a picture of me as a 3-year-old on a motorcycle race, taken by sports journalists. There's not really a point to this video, I just want to show you this, because, yeah, I like this picture. I'm gonna put it in my room somewhere, as right now it's just standing on my desk. But, yeah, so, it's just a cool memory, cool story, bro. But yeah, since this isn't my normal rant video, I can also ask you right away, what do you think of my new thumbnails? I have a new system for thumbnails, as you might see on this video, because, well, a guy stole my thumbnail. A thumbnail I made for my video about lore differences in Warcraft between the games and the movie. I mean, sure, I didn't spend much time on that thumbnail, but I still get slightly annoyed when somebody just stole it and cut my name out of it. So I decided I'm going to start using a template, a set template for thumbnails that I'm going to reuse. So that's the thumbnail for this video. Like, it has a template that I'm going to reuse. So what do you think about it? You can tell me that in the comment. Like, do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you have any tips for changes? But if not, well then, I'm the Nerdy Guy. Rate, favorite, subscribe. Nobody favorites videos. Rate this video, leave a comment, subscribe. Bye.